Hi, I'm Chris Nesi from the House of EdTech Podcast, a part of the Education Podcast Network, just like the show you're listening to right now. Shows on the network are individually owned and opinions expressed may not reflect others. Find other interesting education podcasts at edupodcastnetwork.com.
Hello, EduMagicians. Welcome to the EduMagic Podcast with your host, Dr. Sam Fessich. Dr. Sam is a professor of education, author of EduMagic, and a pumpkin spice latte fan. This podcast is designed for pre-service teachers. Remember, friends, teaching doesn't begin at graduation, but during that first class at 8 a.m. Let's get this party started.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the EduMagic Podcast. This is Sam with episode 14, 3 Reasons Why You Need a PLN. So let's jump right into it, friends. I know that you guys have heard the term Professional Learning Network because you listened to the last episode. But just to recap, a professional learning network is a place that you can go to feel rejuvenated, to feel challenged, supported, encouraged, and engaged in the community of educators from around the world. Maybe you heard PLN be thrown around in a college class or at an ed camp or at a webinar, or maybe you read an Edutopia article all about PLNs. Maybe you heard a professor tell you that you need a PLN. I know I've done that a time or two. And you might be asking yourself, all right, Sam, why do I need one more account on social media? Well, friends, trust me, I'm here to tell you about 3 reasons why you need to get a PLN today. So let's jump right in. And as always, friends, these notes are on www.sfessage.com/14. You're going to find all the show notes there and a bonus, which is how to rock your PLN. This is a PDF that's going to walk you through how to rock your professional Twitter account with 4 easy steps. So make sure you go to www.sfessage.com/14 for that freebie and a link to all the show notes that we'll talk about today, these 3 reasons. So without further ado, let's hop right in. Reason number 1. Believe it or not, friends, you're not always going to have your roommate or the person down the hall to bounce ideas off of. What do I mean? So we all need people to support us in education, to encourage us, to challenge us, to really push our thinking in order to be educators of excellence. Right now, you do have that support in college. Maybe you have classmates or peers or your roommate or the person down the hall that you can bounce ideas off of that will challenge your thinking. And guys, that's awesome. That's great. I'm so glad you have that support system, but some of you may not. And that's where PLN comes into play. A PLN are people on Twitter or Instagram that are educators that want to help and support you. And the way that they do that is through connecting with you through hashtags. So thinking about your classmates and your peers, and I'm glad you have that support system, but you might not always have that after graduation. You know, stages of life happen, things happen, you might grow apart, and that's okay. And that's, again, why having a PLN now is so important as a pre-service teacher, as a future educator. A PLN is available to help support you, to lift you up, to challenge you, and listen to you and bounce ideas off of. Maybe you have a great idea for a lesson, but you want to make sure it's okay, and send it out there to your PLN. Get started creating a PLN now, so you have that support system available to you after graduation and throughout your teaching career. Your first year teaching can be very difficult. So that's why having a PLN now can be very important. They can also help you with reason number 2, which is the job search. We all go to college. We want to get a job right after graduation. We have a diploma in our hand. Now, where's our classroom, right? Yes, a PLN can help you with your job search. Friends, administrators, teachers, recruiters, they're going to Google you. And did you know that your social media account comes up first? It's one of the first results whenever you're Googled. So whenever that social media pops up to the top of that Google results, we want to make sure it's positive and it's professional. We want to have that digital handshake be a positive one right off the bat. So by harnessing your PLN through Twitter or through Instagram, you're setting yourself up for success now that will pay off later. An administrator wants to see all the great things that you're doing in your college career, how you can apply your knowledge and show what you know with the students in your class. So friends, go back to episode 13 and learn about some different things that you can be tweeting out about, whether you're a freshman in college or student teaching. There's lots of different things that you can be sharing out on social media, even if you don't have your own classroom yet. And guys, don't let that be a stumbling block. You have a voice in education. You have a platform to share out your great ideas. So do it. Share out your reflections. Share out your lesson plans. Take a picture of an awesome bulletin board you created, or a great lecture that you led, or an interactive Nearpod lesson that you created. Share it out there. Post in your Instagram story about one of the great things that you learned about during a class session that week. So be sharing it out there. People want to find you, and it will help you in your job search. I've had candidates be able to contact people in their PLN, say, hey, I'm moving to Virginia, or hey, I'm moving to a different state. Do you know of any job openings? And they're able to get back to them because they have the inside scoop, because they're teachers, practicing teachers. And reason number 3 why you need a PLN now is to have access to a mentor. Being a first-year teacher can be very tricky. It can be a little difficult. So having a mentor now is critical. And having a mentor on Twitter or Instagram can really help you out. You can use your PLN to get ideas, to get resources, tools, and strategies. So, friends, post a question, join a Twitter chat, engage in a conversation, or reply to somebody's post. Get out there, and someone will help guide you along in that area. Teachers want to help others, so post your questions. Don't be shy. Current educators and administrators, they're excited to come alongside you and help raise you up. They want to train up that next generation of teachers. So folks, 3 reasons why you need a PLN today is, first, you have someone available to you to bounce ideas off of, to engage you, to get new tools and strategies. It can help you with the job search, and it's like having a mentor 24/7. So friends, get out there and share your learning far and wide. You never know where it might take you. Let's talk about how we can rock our PLN or our professional learning network. We're going to talk about our Twitter account today. How can we rock our Twitter account? 4 easy steps, guys. We're going to talk about username. Don't be an egghead. Be professional, purposeful, and positive. And add some glitter. Because you know it's EduMagic. We have to add some glitter. And you can find this PDF over at www.sfessage.com/14. So let's talk about username. First and foremost, in my opinion, I feel like your username should be as close to your real name as possible, because it promotes who you are, what you're all about, but it does show that you are a real person. So I encourage you to use as close to your real name as possible if you can. And then when you're searched, hopefully that comes up to the top. You can also put your Twitter handle up on your resume, especially if it's your professional Twitter handle. Next one, don't be an egghead. So don't leave that bio icon blank or as a little avatar. Upload a picture of you, just you. It doesn't have to be a glamour shot. It doesn't have to be super professional. Well, you have to dress professionally, obviously. Just make it a professional shot of just you. Show your face. It gives you street cred, people, so do it. It's a lot of fun. You can have a good time setting up a nice selfie and just have fun with it. Next one, your bio. You want to make sure your bio is 3 things: purposeful, professional, and personal. Now, I know when I say 3 things in a row, I have to say, oh my, at the end, because I'm a huge Wizard of Oz fan. So it has to be purposeful, professional, and personal. So let's talk about each of those areas. Your bio has to tell your teaching story. Maybe it talks about why you want to be a teacher. Consider using some hashtags in it, so whenever people search that hashtag, your bio comes up. Consider linking in your digital portfolio. This is where your professional and personal can tie in together. So if you have a link to a digital portfolio, pop that in there, because you can share more about yourself in your portfolio. People can click on it. You can see all the people checking out your portfolio because you're an awesome teacher. Please add that in there. Add some personality. So in mine, I used to have building bridges with EdTech. I'm from Pittsburgh, and it's a city of bridges. And so I also love EdTech. So I pop that in there. I had a little bit of fun with that. And make sure your bio is a short description of who you are as a professional. So you might want to add in your graduation date. You might want to add in where you're at, where you're studying or what your major is. Some people put future special ed teacher specializing in autism. I think that's excellent because it shows and shares your professional and your personal interests as well. Let's talk about adding a little bit of glitter because we can always add some glitter to it. So we want to jazz it up. And one way to jazz up your Twitter bio is through your header. So if you hop onto canva.com, free website and an app, you can create your own customized Twitter header in minutes and download it and have it up on your Twitter account. It is so much fun. You can customize it to have your college or maybe a background of a classroom or something like that. So you can really customize it for you. I used to have a header image of the college of the building where I worked. Now I have a header image of where you can find me with my website and things like that. And you might even want to add some emojis to your bio. Now I know that sounds like, oh my gosh, that's not professional. But guys, people look at emojis now as a part of everyday speech. So pop them in there as you see fit. Maybe not the dancing bunny emoji, but maybe an apple or a pile of books or a computer. Being thoughtful about the hashtags, the the emojis that you put in there can really add a little bit of glitter to your Twitter account. All right, friends. So we talked about 4 ways to rock your professional Twitter account. Username, don't be an egghead. Make sure your bio is professional, purposeful, and personal, and some ways to add some glitter. So make sure you check that out over at www.sfessage.com/14. There you can find the 3 reasons why you need to have a PLN today and how to rock your professional Twitter account. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.
And there you have it, EduMagicians. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. For more EduMagic, check out sfessage.com and follow Dr. Sam on Twitter and Instagram at sfessage. Until next time, you have the EduMagic within you.